Ready?
Yeah.
Marker.
Marker and action.
And action.
Take number 43. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Dan Reacts. I'm Dan. This is my reaction channel. I am joined by the one and only Addie. How's it going?
It's going.
It's going.
Hey, I love your sweater, by the way.
Thanks. I love yours.
Thank you so much. I just thought about, maybe it was a teal moment today.
We decided to match because we're lame like that. Why not? It's fun. We went to dinner. We took a little break. Kind of digested those first 3 episodes, but now we're back in the game and we're ready to take on another 3. Super excited. Coming off of that last one, a lot of great stuff happened. Yeah,
so I feel like I know that someone's gonna die in this one, or something bad is gonna. There's no way.
You're like, I'm not allotted multiple positive episodes.
There's no chance.
Yeah,
no chance. Not with this show. There's so much that happens in one episode every time that I'm like, that much good fun stuff. Like this one's gonna just.
And last week, or not last week, but last episode was good. Danny had a good storyline. John had a pretty good storyline. Arya was having a pretty good storyline.
Tyrion had
Tyrion.
Okay. Tyrion was really funny. He had a lot of comic relief moments that I appreciated.
Which doesn't end, so it's nice because he's just kind of that forever, which is awesome because so much of the show is just so heavy and intense that his scenes are like a breath of fresh air a lot of the time. You're just like, oh, okay, somebody's cool. Somebody's normal.
Somebody's on planet Earth.
Yeah, totally, yeah. I feel like the only scene that was kind of negative, we didn't really touch on it in the last episode, but I really, really hate when Sansa just kind of shoves Ned's gift aside and is just like, I don't play with toys. For some reason, that scene just makes me so sad because I'm just like, this poor dad is just
He's just trying to be nice.
And I get it, she's upset about her wolf, but
Arya lost her friend.
A
human friend.
Yeah.
And, your dad killed your dog, so, that sucks, but also it's your fault.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's also just, such a teenage girl thing to do. I think that was so, illustrating her little attitude that she was starting to get, because, teenage girls aren't like that. You give them a gift that's meant to be kind, and they're like, I hate this. Yeah. Please don't ever speak to me.
I love his line afterwards, war was easier than daughters.
That's the truth. I say this all the time, I apologize to my mom, once a week for the nightmare child that I was when I was a teenager.
I feel like teenagers alone are monsters, but I can imagine that, as a girl, it's just heightened sometimes.
Teenage girls are no joke, man. Yeah. They are no joke at all.
I feel like also the music teenagers watch and TV shows and stuff doesn't help that teen angst. A lot of it kind of riles you up.
There's a whole genre of teen angst music and teen angst.
Sansa's definitely listening to teen angst right now.
She is so mad at the world. She's like, nobody understands me, and I'm going in my room. I'm gonna start dressing in all black soon. So
she's gonna take the black.
That's where she's at.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's not waste any more time and just get right on into it.
Off we go.
Game of Thrones, Episode 4.
We're standing. There's a flashback. Oh, it's got a third eye.
Hold on. Help Bran down the hall. Hold on. So it's true. Hello, Bran.
Will I really be able to ride?
You will. On horseback, you'll be as tall as any of them. There's a brothel outside your walls. There I'll find a bed, and both of us can sleep easier. Your master doesn't seem to like Lannisters.
He's not my master.
No, of course not. Shame how it all turned out.
We were outnumbered 10 to 1.
A stupid rebellion, then. Your next tumble with Rolls is on me. I'll try not to wear her out.
I don't think I realized till right now that he wasn't.
Let's put forward.
Complete it.
Now pivot as well. All your weight behind.
What in 7 hours is that?
Don't need an 8 to fit him in.
I've come to take the black.
Come to take the black pudding? Well, you couldn't be any worse than you look.
Are you? Please, no more!
On your feet. Pick up your sword. All right then, Lord Snow. You wish to defend your lady love. Let's make it an exercise. You two.
Did he hurt you?
A lot worse.
You can call me Sam. If you want. My mother calls me
It's
Sam.
not going to get any easier, you know.
I'm a coward. My father always says so.
Sam.
Another Sam.
Another Sam that I have to fall in love with.
Why is
That didn't even look like Amelia Clark.
City of the Lord?
You don't think so?
No. I like thought that was a stunt double for a second.
You shouldn't call them savages.
I'll call them what I like because they're my people. This is my army.
Really? Because it doesn't feel like it is.
Really? Because they almost killed you like 1 second ago.
Yeah.
If my brother was given an army of Dothraki, could you conquer the Seven Kingdoms? You sold slaves.
I've no money and an expensive wife
And where is she now?
with another man.
Your Grace,
Yes, my dear.
we'll call you the last dragon.
They do.
The girl who taught her sex tips.
What happened to the dragons? I was told that brave men killed them all.
The brave men didn't kill dragons. The brave men rode them.
I have always wanted to see a dragon.
Well, after 15 years in a pleasure house, I imagine just seeing the sky makes you happy.
I've seen a man who could change his face the way that other men change their clothes.
I'll tell you what I have seen. Their skulls. There was Giscard, and Valryon, and Balerion the Dread, whose fire forged the 7 kingdoms into one. What did I buy you for? To make me sad?
No, Your Grace.
Oh, you pretty little idiot. Well, go on then, get on with it.
No bueno.
He had like one good moment, and then just had to be like, actually, I'm the worst.
Yeah.
What if I only have girls? I suppose the throne would pass to Prince Joffrey's little brother.
And everyone would hate me. My grandfather and uncle were murdered here, weren't they? The Mad King.
Commonly known as the Mad King. You will find it in your heart to forgive your father.
No, I won't.
You literally have no choice.
The king's...
Yeah, he didn't want to do it.
The Hound
He
wants
didn't
no
do it to
part of
punish you.
I've been hoping to talk to you about John Allen.
Lord Allen.
What did John want the night before he died?
Oh, you came inquiring after a book. A ponderous tome.
Ah, I'd like to read it.
The lineages and history of the great houses of the 7 kingdoms.
He's hanging on by a thread.
Literally.
Cool little office he has though. Look at all his little plants, his little potions.
Mm-hmm.
Did John Arryn tell you what he wanted with it?
He did not, my lord. I did not presume to ask.
Did he say anything to you during his final hours?
The seed is strong, I think it was.
The seed is strong. And you're quite certain he died of a natural illness?
Well, what else could it be?
Poison?
But the hand was loved by all. What sort of man would dare?
I've heard it said that poison is a woman's weapon.
Sirius has a water dancer can stand on one toe for hours. Tomorrow, I'm going to be chasing cats.
Cats?
They're as quiet as shadows and as light as feathers. You have to be quick to catch them. Can I be Lord of the Holdfast?
You will marry a High Lord and rule this castle.
No. That's not me.
It's like, my life is not only significant because of who I will marry and who my son will be.
Yeah. And she's like, nor is it up for debate.
She's like, actually, wrong, but thank you for your input.
Yeah.
Sir Alistair said I'm to be your new watch partner. I should warn you, I don't see all that, huh?
Is there anything you do well, Sam? Besides being an absolute sweetheart?
No, that's all right, I'm fine. I don't like high places.
You can't fight. You can't see. What are you doing here, Sam?
On the morning of my 18th name day, my father came to me. I'm not worthy of my land and title. You're going to take the black, forsake all claim to your inheritance and start north. Then we'll have a hunt. Also, I'll tell your mother. Nothing would please me more. Sir Alice is going to make me fight again tomorrow, isn't he? I'm not going to get any better, you know.
Well, it can't get any worse.
A laugh!
He laughed. That's so fucked up. What his father said to him?
Yeah.
The spider has taken a great interest in your comings and goings. Now look, there. That one belongs to the Queen. After that, you might want him to visit a certain armourer in the city.
Baelish, perhaps I was wrong to distrust you.
Distrusting me was the wisest thing you've done since you climbed off your horse.
I mean, at least he's honest.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you really shouldn't, but I'm helping you out right now.
What did Lord Addie want? Came to see the boy. I'd like to see him as well. As you wish, my lord. Gentry?
He's in Skins.
There he
Is he?
Chris,
Strong.
so good to see you again, baby.
When Lord Addie came to visit you, what would you talk about?
Just asked me questions and all, my lord. Then he started asking me about my mother.
Your mother?
Who she was, what she looked like. She had yellow hair. She'd sing to me sometimes.
Look at me.
So you think that's his son?
Get back to work, lad.
Find anything?
King Robert's bastard son.
King Robert's son.
How many do you think are in there with him? Huh? He likes to do this when I'm on duty. Makes me listen as he insults my sister.
I'll bet you smell a blackberry jam. Come here.
What the fuck kind of comment is
The
that?
message from
His laugh.
He literally sounds like a pig. Like,
sounds no different from the rest of us. There's no place for him in the world, so he's come here.
You are in love, Lord Snow. If Thorne puts me up against Lady Piggy, I'm going to slice me off a side of bacon.
so funny. Make another fat joke.
No one touches son.
What are you waiting for?
Go on, hit me. You think this is funny, do you?
Beyond the wall with the sun going down. Do you want a man at your back? Or a snivelling boy?
Ugh, this fucking guy.
You sent this whore to give me commands. I should have sent you back her head.
You do not command
I
me.
wasn't commanding you. I just wanted to invite you to supper.
You do not talk back to me.
Yeah.
The next time you raise a hand to me will be the last time you have hands.
You just love to see that.
Her moments just kind of get better and better and better, I feel like, as they go on. I could be biased. I don't know.
What? We can't defend the wall unless we celebrate. It's absurd. You probably had hundreds. No. Came very close once. Didn't know where to put it?
I know where to put it. You don't want to know.
Well, that good.
Better.
Oh, no.
No, no.
So,
Why is my surname Snow? Because you're a bastard from the north. All I could think was, what if I got her pregnant? Another bastard named Snow. It's not a good life for a child.
so you didn't know where to put it.
They're like, nothing.
Nothing to see here.
You're cold.
I can explain.
I spent 6 months out there, beyond the wall, during the last winter. You don't know cold. Neither of you do. Eating the horses was easy. But later, when we started to fall, we should have had a couple of boys like you along, shouldn't we? We'd have lasted a fortnight on you, and still had bones left over for soup. Soon, we'll have new recruits. They will call you Men of the Night's Watch. but you'd be fools to believe it.
Goodness.
It's a treat.
Do you want to see your brother sitting on the Iron Throne?
No. My brother will never take back the Seven Kingdoms. He couldn't lead an army even if my husband gave him one. He'll never take us home.
She's like making sense of it.
She's like, we might need to do something.
She's like, I might need to be the one to take us home.
Sansa, dear, this is Lord Baelish. He's
An old friend of the family.
Why do they call you Littlefinger?
Arya!
Aura!
No, it's quite...
Start the damn smells before I piss myself.
Man.
In many ways, you can't help but just kind of like understand her
I
a little
would
bit.
roll my eyes too.
Yeah.
To say I understand her might be an overstatement.
No, not understand her.
Empathize with her in that very moment, yes. Did you ever go to one of those little like restaurants where they do the jousting?
No, but I have gone to jousting at the Renaissance Festival.
Me too.
So fun. We should go maybe after this.
Yeah,
like,
let's do it.
Now that we're in it.
Totally.
When the world is safe again.
I think they're probably gonna have one this year.
Really?
Yeah. God, jeez.
Not what you were expecting. Has anyone ever told you the story of the Mountain and the Hound? One evening, Gregor found his little brother playing with a toy by the fire. He just grabbed his brother by the scruff of his neck and shoved his face into the burning coals. Held him there. There aren't very many people who know that story. If the Hound so much as heard you mention it, I'm afraid all the knights in King's Landing would not be able to save you.
So why did we tell her?
The way he just like...
He's like, hey, you wanna know some shit?
Yeah.
I thought we might put what happened on the King's Road behind us. Enforcing you to kill the beast was extreme. Though sometimes we go to extremes where our children are concerned.
The king called on me to serve him and the realm, and that's what I'll do until he tells me otherwise.
You can't change him, you can't help him. Your older brother was trained to lead and you were trained to follow.
I was also trained to kill my enemies, Your Grace.
As was I.
Just low-key threatening each other.
It's like, that feels like a threat.
Truly, my lord, we have nothing.
Is there nothing I can do to remedy this? Lady Stark. What an unexpected pleasure.
I was still Catelyn Tully the last time I stayed here. Is that the black bat of Harrenhal I see embroidered on your coat? My father counts Jonas Bracken amongst his oldest and most loyal bannermen.
Our lord is honored by his trust.
I know your sigil as well. The Twin Towers of Frey. This man came into my house as a guest, and there conspired to murder my son. I call upon you to seize him to await the king's justice.
Wow.
Well, she said, subtlety be gone.
Subtlety be gone. We're making a statement.
I'm ready to do this.
She like called out everybody in the room, was like, you got my back, you got my back, you got my back.
She's like, these are my people, you came to the wrong place.
Yeah. And it sucks because we know as the audience that he had nothing to do with that. So it's kind of like, you don't have the right one. You know, like...
You're getting closer.
You're getting closer, but you don't have the right one. Like,
not quite.
Yeah.
But I understand why she thinks it's him.
But what a great scene.
What a scene.
Yeah, what an episode, right? A lot of stuff happened in that episode.
Each episode could be like 3 episodes.
There are mini
just,
movies.
Like, expanded on each story a little bit.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into your notes. I'm excited.
Things I liked, the first thing I wrote was Sam with a little smiley face. Right away.
Yeah.
Just the cutest.
I feel like it's almost impossible to have a Sam in a fantasy story and not immediately just fall in love with them. I feel like
oh, a normal person.
As a writer, it's like, I'm writing a really beautiful character, gotta name him Sam. Like, that's...
Gotta name him Sam.
That's just how
immediately,
it works.
You're, like, trained in your fantasy fan brain to like him. John laughing. Because I literally said that. I was like, I just want to see John laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did. The writers were like, we know what you want.
What a scene prior to that when Sam's, like, revealing why he's at the wall. Like,
so sad.
So sad.
I think he, like, thinks exactly of himself
what his
like
dad
what his
thinks,
dad thought.
which is just even more sad.
Yeah,
it's
so
like
sad. He like always is putting himself down. Like, women don't like me. I'm a coward. Like talking about it, you know, it's just sad.
Yeah,
I feel bad for him. Daenerys standing up to her brother.
Work,
bitch. She was like, I'm not fucking playing this game anymore.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
My
Don't
husband
talk to me.
is the king.
Do you see this man? His
I
braid
his
is
baby.
down to his butt.
Yeah.
He has never lost. Like, he's not gonna lose to you. Yeah, I loved that.
And it's nice to finally see that character kind of like finally kind of getting his due. I feel like those first 2 episodes he was just such a prick with no consequences.
Yeah.
And now it's like that behavior is starting to catch up to his character a little bit, which is nice.
And then the only thing I wrote in things I don't like was like Viserys with the girl in the tub, but then also Viserys dragging the girl into the hut. Anything Viserys does in the whole
just
series,
hate those
basically.
scenes.
Hate that.
Were you kind of liking it at first? Because you said that he had a moment of...
Well, he had, just when he was talking to her and he kind of was like being nice and like looked like he was like, had like hard eyes and, oh, maybe he's gonna like fall in love, and I don't know. It was just, he seemed
You're
a
a
little
sucker
bit
for
more,
love.
I am, yeah.
I feel like it doesn't matter who the characters are. If there's about to be a love story,
I'm like,
you're like, oh, who is this? Like,
aw, they're cute. Like, so I just was like, oh, this is nice. They're like connecting. Yeah. And then he just was like,
he throws her on him, and it's like,
he's literally just like, okay, I'm done talking about this. You're making me sad. So like, do your thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I just wrote down the quote, "The seed is strong," because I felt like maybe I needed to remember it.
I mean, it definitely is important. I'm happy that you wrote that.
I keep, at the end of each episode, I want to like give thoughts, but I feel like I'm not allowed to have thoughts yet because the story's still going.
It's like hard to say stuff because you're just like, but I don't know enough at the same time.
I don't know enough.
Yeah.
I keep learning so much new stuff in every episode. I'm like...
And I feel like every scene is like a new piece of information. You see a scene and you're like, damn, that was crazy. And then the following scene is so crazy that you forget what that previous scene was.
Literally.
Because it's like each scene just is so much that you're just like...
And then by the end of it, it's like, what did you think? I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to even think what the beginning of the episode was. Like, I'm probably going to only comment on the last 2 scenes because so much happened.
That's why I try to, like, think of the things that I feel like we have to bring up.
Yeah.
I want to know, right now, we're in 4 episodes. At this point, do you have a favorite?
Daenerys and Ned are my favorites. But there's, like, just so many people I haven't formed an opinion on yet.
Yeah.
Like... what's his name? Jorah.
Danny's kind of like side man.
And then like, what's his name? The sneaky one who whispered to
Baelish.
Baelish, yeah, Littlefinger. Like, I don't know. Do I like him?
What did you think of that story that he told Sansa? Like, very weird to tell him and then followed up with like, but don't say anything.
It's crazy, but it also feels super like, he's trying to, because these people in the capital just all kind of operate on information.
Right.
Because everybody's so rich, I feel like it's not money there, it's like information.
Knowledge is power.
So I think him telling her that was just kind of more of like, I did you this thing, and I'm not asking for anything.
You think so? Okay.
Just to like kind of...
Give you a little like...
Give you a little something. Like... You know what I mean? Sometimes that's valuable, so...
And she's so meek right now that she could use some good insight on, like, where she is. Because I feel like she doesn't understand who she's surrounded by, the gravity of, like, and the danger. She doesn't
really get what's going on at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it was interesting that he chose to, like, lean over and tell her that. And then I think he was telling her how devastating it would be to whoever said that to the Hound, like, if we mentioned it at all, so that she wouldn't understand that it was like a big secret, and he like gave her something.
Yeah, you know? Totally. And also, like, what a gruesome. You commented on like
horrible
what a horrible
story.
Way to die. Terrible. Oh, the story was terrible, but the guy that got the wood in his neck, like, what a just terrible, shitty, unnecessary way to die. Yeah.
Like, your death meant nothing.
It was for a part. It was like a
entertainment.
Party. Yeah. Like, jousting is interesting
no
because I understand the sport of it, but the fact that like people died doing it, it's like, damn, you could have signed up just thinking you were gonna like do a joust real quick, and then you die.
Do they usually die though, or is the goal to kill them, or is it to knock them off the horse?
I definitely think the goal is to knock him off the horse, and it was more so the mountain is just a really aggressive guy, as we have, we've been able to infer now based off what he did to his brother, and now we just see him kill this guy. So I don't necessarily think that's normal, but it's still kind of just like, I'm sure it's happened, and it's just weird that...
No, yeah, I just was like, oh my god, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's got the things to...
And, like, Arya's, like, a 9-year-old little girl just, like, sitting there watching this happen.
They really be, like, making children just watch people die.
There's no, like, sugarcoating things, I feel like, back then. It's just, like this is the world.
They ran to the execution.
Yeah.
He was only 10.
Yeah.
So I feel like they just don't care.
Alright, well, that being said, I think we should just get right into the next episode.
Okay.
Do you have your notes ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. Game of Thrones, Episode 5.
Does Sir Hugh have any family in the capital? No. Who determines the draw?
All the nice draw straws, Lord Star.
Aye. But who holds the straws?
It's made too small, Your Grace. It won't go.
Your mother was a dumb whore with a fat ass. Did you know that? Go find the breastplate stretcher! Now! Bow, you shits!
Where's Arya?
At her dancing lessons. Thank you, Sir Rose.
100 gold dragons on the mountain. I'll take that bet. Now, what will I buy with 100 gold dragons? You can even buy a friend.
He's going to die.
Got him!
Such a shame, little finger. It would have been so nice for you to have a friend.
And tell me, Lord Renly, when will you be having your friend?
Oh my god. What is he doing? The Mountain and the Hound.
Stop this madness in the name of God!
I owe you my life, sir.
I'm not sir.
Oh, he's like so uncomfortable.
I know.
He's like, I don't know what it feels like to just be there. This picture.
I don't take compliments well.
We're going to the Vale.
You're taking me to your sister's. Tell me, Lady Stark, when was the last time you saw your sister?
5 years ago.
She's changed.
They do not spare the gore on this show at all. They're like, you want to see someone get stabbed, that's what you're gonna see.
What's a dwarf like down below? I've always wondered.
Might surprise you. He's good with his fingers too. And his tongue.
I don't want to pay for it.
Get yourself a wife.
Nice guy.
Yeah, lots of nice guys in this show. No winners. I don't even know his name. What was his name?
You'll never
Theon.
walk again.
If the wrong ears heard what I'm about to tell you, off comes my head. You are the king's hand, and the king is a fool. Your friend, I know, but a fool, and doomed unless you save him. There are few men of honor in the capital. You are one of them.
What sort of doom does the king face?
The same sort as John Arryn.
Why kill him?
He started asking questions.
Are those dragon skulls? They're freaking huge.
The fools tried to kill his son. And what's worse, they botched it.
If one hand can die, why not a second?
This hand is not the other.
Is he in on it, or is he just getting info?
I admire your industry.
You do move quietly.
We all have our qualities.
All those birds that whisper in your ear, such pretty little things. Tell me, does someone somewhere keep your balls in a little box?
Everyone's well aware of your enduring fondness for Lord Stark's wife. To think, a simple word to the Queen.
One shudders at the thought. Earlier today, I distinctly recall seeing you talking to Lord Stark in his chambers.
What's that you under the bed?
So you can imagine my burden. Wondering if the king might question my friend's sympathies.
What are you two conspiring about?
Disturbing news from far away. Hadn't you heard?
Hadn't you heard? Their interaction was just something.
That scene is amazing.
I had to focus so hard on that. I was like,
they just like talk
they're
shit
all
to each
like
other the whole
dropping
time.
secrets. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, right. Like the whole plot just was revealed through that, basically.
Off with you. No begging.
I'm not a beggar, I live here.
Do you want a smack on your ear to help you with your hearing?
I'm not a boy, I'm Arya Stark of Winterfell. Now, are you going to let me by, or do I need to smack you on the ear to help with your hearing?
Oh!
God, I'm searching.
She said, move, bitch!
You promised me this would stop.
They said they were going to kill you.
Who did?
I didn't see them. They said you found the bastard, and the wolves are fighting the lions, and the savage. Something about the savage.
What were you doing in the dungeons?
Chasing a cat.
Oh.
Your brother Benjamin. His blood runs black. Makes him as much my brother as yours.
How many guards does my father have?
You're in King's Landing, 50.
You wouldn't let anyone kill him, would you?
It's about your wife, my lord. She's taking the imp.
She's so sad she was kidnapped him.
The whore is pregnant.
You're
speaking of murdering a child, would you? I want them dead. Mother and child both. Based on whose information?
Sir Jorah Mormont. He is serving as advisor to the Targaryen. Should the gods grant Daenerys a son, the realm will bleed.
When you find yourself in bed with an ugly woman, best close your eyes and get it over with.
I followed you into war. Twice. But I will not follow you now. She dies. I will have no part in it. Out, damn you! I'm done with you! I'll go ahead with my process. What can I do for you?
If you're still here come nightfall, I'll take you to see the last person John Arryn spoke with before falling ill.
You bring him here without permission. You pollute my home with his presence. Your aunt has done a bad thing, Robin, a very bad thing. Look at him. The Lord of all the Vale.
Lysa.
He's Tyrion the Imp of House Lannister. He killed your father. He murdered the Hand of the King.
You can't hurt us! No one can hurt us yet! Tell him, Mummy! Tell him!
This man is my prisoner. I will not have him harmed.
Take him down below so he can rest. Introduce him to Maud.
That is a fucked up prison.
That is a terrible prison cell.
You sure this won't hurt?
Only if I slip.
Do you know who should be king? Be serious.
I am. Where is it written that power is the sole province of the worst? You would be a wonderful king.
The Targaryen girl convinces her horse lord husband to invade.
We won't be able to stop them.
Only a fool would meet the Dothraki in an open field. Backstabbing doesn't prepare you for a fight, and that's all the realm is now. Sometimes I don't know what holds it together.
Our marriage.
17 years later, holding it all together.
What was she like? What harm could Lyanna Stark's ghost do to either of us that we haven't done to each other 100 times over? I felt something for you once, you know. Was it ever possible for us? Was there ever a time, ever a moment?
No. Does that make you feel better or worse?
Doesn't make me feel anything.
It's an emotional conversation.
It's a really intense
Makes me,
conversation.
feel kind of bad for
She
her.
looks like
Tell him when you see him, my lord, if it please you. Tell him how beautiful she is. I don't want no jewels or nothing. Just him.
What do you know of King Robert's bastards?
Well, here's more than you, for a start.
Jury!
My lord.
Sorry, my lord.
She's like, you busy? He's like, no. Yeah, I am.
Sorry, yeah.
Such a small pack of wolves. Stay back, sir. This is the hand of the king.
Was the hand of the king. I'm looking for my brother. You remember my brother, don't you, old Stark?
He was taken at my command to answer for his crimes.
My lord. Take him alive. Kill his men.
Oh my.
My brother, Lord Stark. I want him back.
Well, another great cliffhanger ending for our characters. How does that make you feel? Yeah, right? I love how right when that guy stabs him in the leg, even Jaime's like, the fuck, dude, like this was supposed to be a one-on-one combat, so he like knocks the dude out, like,
yeah,
no, don't fucking
like,
do that.
You had no part in this fight.
Yeah, like even in the moment of like him being an asshole, he still has like code, you know?
It's like this was one-on-one battle.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't just like step in.
Yeah.
It's also like makes him look bad. Like I wasn't holding my own.
Yeah, like I wasn't able to do this
me.
by myself, totally.
Yeah.
And Jaime's one of those proud people who's like, this is my battle. This is my fight.
He's gonna be pissed.
You're here to watch. That's it.
You're the audience. That was devastating. So like, what the fuck are they doing?
Mm-hmm.
Stabbing him in the leg like that. Like it went all the way through his leg.
Yeah, you could see it poking out of his
like,
side.
is he even alive right now?
I mean, we just basically saw him pass out. Like, we didn't see him die, so... But he's hurt.
I feel like he can't die.
Yeah. He's hurt, though, for sure. Let's get into your notes. I'm excited.
Devastation.
I can tell you're so just like...
It's so much.
Yeah.
It's so much to deal with. Again, like, I'm looking at my notes, and this doesn't even seem like it's from the same episode. I said, the first thing I put under things I like was the Hound getting cheered for. I don't know why. That was, like, kind of a nice little moment.
Yeah, and I think also because you could tell he was, like, uncomfortable.
Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, nobody ever cheers for, like, an executioner with a face that looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he looks so terrifying all the time that he just did something heroic. Probably for, like, the first time or whatever.
And everyone's always kind of, like, dog, you know?
Yeah,
like,
the Hound. Like, yeah. So,
okay,
good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
And then I liked the Varys and Baelish conversation. So quick, and they get so much information out with so little.
Mm-hmm. While also, like, shading each other the entire time. Like, just, does someone keep your balls in a box somewhere? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Like, do you know, I have no idea where they are. But
you have no idea,
like,
but you
right
think
back.
about my parts a lot, do you? Like, just...
That's been on your brain, huh?
Yeah.
Things I didn't like. I said the king deciding to kill Daenerys, and then, like, subsequently Ned has to resign.
How do you feel about that? Like, Ned is so just, like, he's so honorable. He's just, like, even though this woman is part of, like, a family that we don't mess with, I'm not doing that. You know, he's, like, there's nowhere that Ned breaks code.
Yeah, like, until they attack us and they're a threat. Murder a woman and child. I understand why you would want them dead as the king, but, like, you're gonna lose your best friend over it.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. It's just so, like, clouded judgment, like, selfish. Yeah. No, he was serious about it. He was not hearing it. And then, like, all his counsel, of course, was all like, that's the right decision.
Littlefinger's comment of, like, what does he say? He's like, I find when you're in bed with an ugly whore.
Yeah, if you're in bed with an ugly woman, like, bend her over so you don't have to look at her, basically. And then he's like, cut her throat.
Cut her throat.
Get it over with.
Get it over with.
I didn't like Kat's sister.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Lysa is...
And what poor child was hired to act in that? Like, my goodness. Whose parent was, like, signing off on that?
A parent who was more than happy to accept the paycheck.
Like, that's just in a show now. Like, your child, you're, like, 7-year-old child, at least, like, sucking on tits.
I think he was more like 10, which makes it worse. But yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah. And it's so funny because the whole time
choice.
Kat and Tyrion are both like...
Yeah, it's like, that's my prisoner, and like, I don't like him, but she's still just kind of like, are you seeing this?
Are you seeing
like,
my sister right now? Like, breastfeeding her 10-year-old?
Crazy.
Like...
She looks insane. Like, her face, I'm like... Ugh.
Yeah, oh yeah, like, she looks, like, kind of evil, in a sense.
She
like,
just looks wild. I'm like, there's no reality left in her.
Yeah, she's a ticking time bomb, it looks like. And you've only met her, you know, and you're like,
oh, she's
about
scary.
to implode. Yeah, she's about to implode.
Scary stuff. Yeah, those were all my notes.
Oh,
Obviously,
yes.
things I don't like extends into the end when Ned gets hurt.
Yeah, but there was no time to take a note in that moment.
I wasn't taking notes.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been set up that Jon Arryn knew about Cersei and Jaime, and like maybe knew about their like affair, but like at the very least knew some type of like
something
plot to overthrow Robert or something like that. Like, and then they had to kill him, and at some level other people were involved. I don't know. Like, there's also all the children, like Robert's children, so maybe...
Like, what was he... Because there's a scene where Varys goes, he started asking questions, so what questions necessarily have to do with Robert's children? You know,
right.
There's a whole lot of pieces right now. It's like, you're on the right track, but then
like
also...
like, the seed is strong, like,
the
what's
children.
he talking about?
Yeah.
Like...
Gendry, that bastard you met, like, what was the...
But, like, why do they need to be strong, and, like, why does he know about them at all? Very muddy. Not quite sure.
I like that episode. I'm really excited to get into the next one. I think we're going to do one more for the night, and then we're going to cap it. If you guys liked this reaction, go ahead and hit those like and subscribe buttons to stay up to date on all of Addie's Game of Thrones journey. It's been quite fun so far, and I feel like at this point, we're halfway. It's only going to just get super crazy in these last 5 episodes, so a lot of great stuff coming up for you guys. Here we go. Well, we hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.